Sup. So, it's been a minute since I last made a Wizard101 video. Um, the last time I made a Wizard101 video was about the spell fusions and the Selenopolis update. I've been meaning to make a video, like, a lot more sooner, but I'm just gonna be straightforward and straight honest. It's just been boring with this game lately. I've just been bored with this game lately. I was kind of excited for Selenopolis to come out, and then when I found out there's like, it's just basically like, it just feels like a side world of anything, just like a Pigswick, like, world, or like, you know, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that, but like, I feel like there's no real accomplishments, like, with that world, or it's not even a world, it's like a side area, right? But it just feels like, there's no, you know, 180, and the gear is practically the same as Reaver gear, which, it's just, I guess, like, if you like lore and you like story, and I guess if, like, you don't want to do, the horror of Nightmare Dungeon, then that's a perfect area for those. But, I played through Wallaroo, I went through the Armageddon of, Nightmare Dungeon, and, you know, that's how it is. And then spell weaving, spell weaving isn't as like as as most people wanted it to be. It's a lot of the spells are just, or not even like a lot of it, like 99% of the spells are just, PvP related. And then, I know we got like, the new Solenopolis spells, but it would have been cool if, like, they added like PvE spells that we can use besides the casual like um buffs that we got with storm weaving. But other than that, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, I wish they would have gone the route of like, you know, combinations of two schools creates like a new type of like element or school or whatnot, or at least make the schools PvE based, not just PvP directed more into PvP. The crazy part is I haven't even no, I did start Selenopolis on this guy, but I'm like in like 4 quests in. Like, I haven't even done it. Like, that's how like unmotivated I am to do that world or area. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, I was meant to do this video like back in like like basically the New Year's, right? But, you know, again, I just being straight up, I felt unmotivated. So I feel like I'm just gonna talk about, you know, recent events, and like, it was supposed to, like, originally this video was supposed to be a wish list video, like, oh, I want this and this that to happen, and but again, I just lost motivation. So I'm just gonna talk about some things. I'm not gonna recap 2024. I think 2024 Wiz was a pretty good year. Besides like Nightmare Dungeon, the Nightmare Dungeon crap was horrible. Okay, like, I'm talking about, like, you put a dungeon into, you put a dungeon in the game where you expect a bunch of randoms to, like, they've never, I feel like I'm proficient enough to understand the type of, like, you know, what's it called, difficulty of the Nightmare Dungeon. I already knew about the gamuts and etc. cheats, communicating with other people, right? Because when you do the Nightmare Dungeon, you just want to invite people to a group and then communicate that way. But again, like, you just threw it out, and then like you expected like the entire player base to like understand it, and it was a nightmare. But yeah, they released the new Kanzu boss and Selenopolis, and now you don't have to deal with that. You just have to deal with like whatever cheats that they have. But yeah, besides the Nightmare Dungeon, and then we have the whole like streamers crying about everything. Oh, this game's too hard, blah 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 blah, whatever. Like, get over it. It's, you know, people have been complaining about this game has been stale, and they finally do something, and then you guys are complaining. Like, get over it. And then Polaris came out, which is fine. It's a fun raid. I just hate how it's barely an upgrade to the Void gear. Um, And then what else did we get? I know there's PvP changes or whatever, and then Selenopolis came out, what, like December? And then, you know, spell weaving, etc. So I think it's actually pretty good year, besides like the spell weaving like spells and then like the Nightmare Dungeon. I think it's been a good year for 2024. 2025 Wiz, I mean, we're starting off pretty dry, and then we have some problems going on with a specific area. And that area is the Bazaar. Now, this is probably the start of like my, you know, 2025, like what I want in a game, and hopefully like Wiz implements this type of stuff into the game. But whatever KI did to the Bazaar, for the love of God, revert it. Like, please, just revert it at this point. Like, they tried fixing the Bazaar, and first of all, I actually dislike the new UI. It's whatever. I think the backpack buddy is pretty cool. This is just like whatever. Like you know, it's like what's the point of like this whole like new UI? But that's not even the worst thing. The worst thing is they broke the Bazaar. Like, KI, whatever you did before, like, just revert everything to how it was before. Like, just if you can't deal with the bots, then do not, like, this Bazaar is bugged to hell. Like, please revert it. Either revert it or fix it, because a patch came out like 2 days ago saying like, oh, we quote unquote fixed the Bazaar. What is this? This is not fixing the Bazaar. Like, this is, you can get this stuff outside the vendor. And like, not only that, but like, if this is true, so let me buy this. So I bought 12 amethysts. Okay. So I saw a post on like on Twitter saying like if the reagents are just like automatically put, so we'll probably see that amethyst back there again. But this is not fixing the Bazaar. If this is what you call fixing the Bazaar, then we need to like, you know, we need to like consider what our staff is doing and be like, yo, like, what the hell is this garbage? Because this is horrible. And, oh yeah, look, I just refreshed it, it's back. So it's like, it's not even a fix to the Bazaar. I'm pretty sure like these regions, it's like automatically put by like some type of bot that they have. And now like, this is what they call, oh hey guys, look, there's actually regions in the Bazaar. We're not, you know, it's actually not bugged, but my guy, this is not how you fix the Bazaar. So, first thing on the wish list, fix the Bazaar, please. Like, I understand. It's, you know, it's crazy. It's like, first, I'm pretty sure a dev said, like, selling things and then buying it. So say, like, I was gonna sell, like, you know, this Aether Dust for a friend to grab it. That dev specifically said, that's quote unquote exploiting. Like, what are you talking about? Exploiting? Like, are you alright? So that's hysterical. And then two, they did this thing to combat the bots, but it's like, this made it even worse. Like before, like, you know, again, if I were to sell this Aether Dust to a friend, you know, they would at least have a chance to, you know, snipe it. Now it's just like, it's impossible to sell anything in the Bazaar for anybody else to like quote unquote like trade or grab. Like, not even just like that, but like just stand like, because I remember like before I would see like, you know, a couple rare regions that would appear on the Bazaar shop, but now it's just like impossible because bots exist. So it's like, either fix your Bazaar or like implement some type of like anti-cheat, or, you know, fix the bot problem, because this has been a thing for years since the Bazaar was a thing, and we still have yet to fix it. And your quote-unquote way of fixing it not only broke and made the Bazaar glitchy, but like, bots are just notorious now, because there's a quote-unquote set timer. Like, apparently it's like 5 minutes. Like, if I were to sell like a piece of gear, right, and like say like I sold this, like this right here, it would appear on the Bazaar shop like 5 minutes later. So it's like whatever, but like, dude, it just makes you just made the bot problem worse. So please, KI, fix the bazaar. Even if it takes 2 days, like, or a week or something to fix the amount of bugs your system or client has to solve this bazaar problem, dude, do it. Like, at this point, just do it, because this game has too many problems. Whenever they implement something, they've said it themselves, it breaks the game. They've said, I remember they added the new whip wand or whatever, the animation, and apparently it broke the game. So, like, KI, you gotta fix your client, or your system or whatever, fix the coding, and then not only that, fix this garbage. Like, it's 2025, right? It's like, there's no excuse anymore. And, I understand the devs, they're trying their best, and I applaud them. But at the end of the day, it's just like, come on now. Like, really? Like, this is your fix? Like, come on now. But we can put a new pack in the shop. Like, it's crazy. Which, by the way, the new pack is pretty cool. But then again, this is a whole problem that I was explaining earlier. The whole 180. Like, we don't have a new, like, level cap. So this is just Wastelander gear. Like, same stats as Wastelander gear. But at least, at least the aesthetics look cool. But yeah, please, fix the bazaar. Next up, it's gonna be the arena. Ooh, I forgot to mention. Another thing that I want on my wish list is trading, but again, I think everybody already said this before, but allow us to trade, like, regions. At least let us trade regions. It's an MMORPG game. It's crazy that we don't have the ability to trade regions regions at all. We can trade TCs, but not regions. Like, then again, it is KI. It's like one thing breaks the entire game, but like, please, like, let us like trade regions. Like, that would solve so many more, like, all the problems that KI have said before. This would fix this so many problems. The bot problem, right? Because we can be able to trade with our friends and etc. Like, please let us trade regions. It's, not a hard concept. So PvP, right? PvP is apparently like the quote-unquote end game. So, you beat Solanopolis, the latest worlds, and people are like, okay, what do we do next? And, the final thing is pretty much PvP. And, not a lot of people like the aspect of PvP simply because, A, they can't wrap their minds around like a strategy type of game where, you got dual school, gambits, arch mastery, etc. where there's literally tutorials, and, you could also practice. There's practice arena, so I'm not sure what, you could, like any other game, like League of Legends, Overwatch, Rivals that just came out, Valorant, you don't just jump into, if you don't understand the game, you don't just jump into rank. Even Pokemon, bro. Pokemon is the same concept where both are quote-unquote kids games, but they have their different types of like elements where there's a higher, like, there's a higher tier when it comes to like competitiveness, and you gotta learn, like, if you want to do competitive Pokemon, you gotta learn, your typings, which Pokemon are like actually like, meta, and then what are not, and then, the strategies, etc. Right? Both are kids games, like I said. These are both kids games, but they have aspects of other like difficulties to it, and anybody could figure it out. Again, so the whole PvP thing of being like too hard, and then another thing, another misconception about PvP is, first of all, this is gonna be a whole another video because I've seen enough already. The toxicity, and this is whole, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've seen like the arena and the players, etc. This is more so like a streamer side / content creator type of side of things. Again, this is gonna be a whole nother video, but long story short, it's a whole content creator type of thing where other content creators actually like they feed into the trolls and they feed into the hate, and not only that, but they also like they don't move on, they drag it on, And it's like, dude, it's like, you know, you're a content creator. Obviously, content creators are gonna get hate, but at the same time, don't egg it on, right? But for the most part, I don't think PvP is as toxic as people say it is. Like, if you have a problem with somebody moving, like, so say like you lost and like one thing people do to taunt people is they like walk up to them. If you have a problem with that, you need to get yourself checked out. That's all I'm gonna say, because I played so many games. I played, again, Valorant, League, Overwatch, Rivals. There's so many ways. There's way more toxic, and there's so many other ways to be toxic in those games. If you believe walking up to somebody, right, and you get furious about that, dude, you need to get yourself checked out. But that's gonna be a whole nother video. But for PvP, I really hope they they add more rewards to it, right? I want them to add more rewards. So, you know, like more incentives. Like give us like they broke the tourneys already. Like tourneys are just MIA again. They brought it back and they killed it once again. So can they, like, you know, I hope they like add more things. Like the cosmetic gear, the commander gear with the stars. Beautiful idea. They need to add more stuff like that, because it gives people a reason to PvP, right? You know, there's the main reason people did the tourneys was to get the cosmetic gear. It's a good way to get tickets. But now that they killed that system and you actually have to PvP, people don't want to do it anymore. So, and then regular PvP itself, there's no incentive, right? If I get high rank, like, what do I get? A badge. That's it. Like, so what I'm trying to say is, like, it'd be cool if they give us like Marvel Rivals. What they do is they give us like a cosmetic. If you're gold and higher in that game, like last season we got Moon Knight, gold, like a black and gold variant of Moon Knight. It'd be so cool if they did stuff like that. Like if we got a certain rank, we get like a certain type of like cosmetic gear that we can only get, right? Like it's only available for that season, and we'd have to do it to get that gear, and it'll never like, that'd be a cool way to bring players to play PvP. Or, and not only that, but add more, you know, what is it called, Stitch gear into the what's it called, to redeem for tickets. Or there's like so many other ways. And then like tourneys, like you know, you could add like KI can host their own tourneys, right? This is a good way to like engage with their community, because the Wizard101 community is pretty tight when it comes to like, it's a pretty tight community, right? So it's a great way to engage with your community. You can host your own tourney, and like, you know, first place gets like crowns or something like that, or like some, I don't know, like second and third gets like packs. Like that'd be such a cool way. So I hope they add more incentives to PvP other than just a freaking badge. And yeah, there is cosmetic gear, but like, dude, it's like kind of a grind to do it now. So it's like, I hope they do something with PvP, right? And yeah, I think that's about it. It was my quote unquote wish list, right? Again, like this was supposed to start 1st of January, but again, I got bored. So fix the bazaar, please. Fix your client or system, whatever. And trading such a big one. And then can we add more incentives to the PvP, please? Like, get more it's such a great way to get more players to get into PvP more. And again, I'm gonna make another video about this, who knows when, probably pretty soon, because I'm actually kind of livid about it, about if PvP is toxic, and that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I think that's it. There's not much else for me to say, but it's been your boy. I'll try to post more, but you know, what can I do? But hope everybody's good, take care, and peace.